Here we are at an overlook on our way to Virginia City. This is Reno, I guess, part of Reno, or at least a suburb of Reno that we are looking at down the way here on this beautiful day. We're expecting a big storm tonight, so we're trying to make the most of the day. I think Pearl went down to explore another viewpoint there. So we'll be on our way in just a minute to Virginia City, where Mark Twain made a reputation as a reporter. It's extremely windy out here. Here's a historical marker on our way to Virginia City. As you can see, it's a very scenic overlook. Here we are at the parking lot here in downtown Virginia City. $5 to park. So we're going to find a spot to eat the first thing here. Looks like there's a lot of tourists already here. We're going over to the Delta Saloon Cafe, I suppose, for lunch. I see they put a plaque up here for the Pony Express. Virginia City was destroyed by fire in 1875, but it was rebuilt. This is the main street here in Virginia City. I think they have a dog loose or something maybe. So we're going into the saloon here and get something to eat, I think. We're going into the dining room and coffee table, coffee shop at this point. Here we are in the saloon. We're going to try to get served here in a minute. Here's how Virginia City used to look back in mining days. Here's another interesting shot back in the mining days. Here's a portrait of James C. Flood. I guess he's the one that built Virginia. Here I am on the boardwalk here in the heart of Virginia City. It's rather nice with this boardwalk and all the shops and restaurants. We had lunch here at the Sawdust Corner restaurant. Here's the menu at the Sawdust Corner. We'll be headed to the Mark Twain Museum on our next stop here in Virginia City. What a wonderful place. Looks like they have funnels here where the rainwater can run off the roofs. I see we have General Grant's museum store up front here. We have to go down these stairs to get into the museum in the basement. This is a dictaphone that was used in the upstairs at the Bank of California. This dictaphone also had the tick or tack and the telegraph to keep track of the current market and the government events back east. This is the desk used by Mark Twain while he's a reporter and city editor of the Territorial Express. Mark Twain began his writing career on the Enterprise in 1862. In one of the most successful books, Roughing It, he recounts stories of his days on the paper and the very exciting life he lived in historic Virginia City. Here's a better shot of his working desk and the encyclopedias that he had at that time on top of his desk. Here's a nice portrait of Mark Twain as he looked when he worked here in Virginia City as a reporter. This is one of the old printing presses which ran on water power. Here's the water wheel that was used to power the presses. Here's a small statue of Mark Twain. It's pretty remarkable, I think. These windows were open to the service tunnels under the boardwalk. The doorway to your left is where most deliveries were made, as the street above was very congested. There are 750 miles of tunnels and mines between Virginia City and Gold Hill. The underground boardwalk has long been gone for at least 50 years plus. Mark Twain said here, this is the bathroom, I suppose you would call it, at Mark Twain's office, perhaps, here in Virginia City. This is the bathtub used here in the Territorial Enterprise building. If you need to take a quick bath, I suppose. It says the Journal came out this morning with the first lithograph type in the state in December 17, 1895. This is a huge machine. Here's the Reno type machine. It's very big. Here's the Reno type machine. It's very big. Here's the Reno type machine. It's very big. We just came out of the museum now. We're going to walk up the boardwalk here for a minute and see what we can find. We're headed down the boardwalk now. We think we'll go into General Grant's building here first, his store, and see what we can find. Looks like we're going a bit uphill at this point on the boardwalk here in Virginia City. Here I'm looking out behind Virginia City. Okay, here we are looking from behind the parking lot in Virginia City. Out on the mountains there. Then we see this beautiful church over on the side that we will visit in a few minutes. Here's the main drag here in Virginia City. We have the Mark Twain Casino over on the other side there. At this point, we're going down to get a first-hand look at this beautiful church. We're going to make some photographs of this beautiful church before we leave Virginia City. I'm not sure about the name yet. This is St. Mary's in the Mountains, Nevada's first Catholic church. The wind is blowing real hard right now. This is St. Mary's in the Mountains, the cradle of Catholicism in western Nevada, known as the Bonanza Church because of the rich silver mines of the last century. This mother church of the Comstock Lode traces its history back to 1854 when Joseph Callinger offered the first mass in Nevada, and so forth. Here we are inside this very beautiful church with these lovely stained glass windows on the side that we will check out in just a minute. The altar is beautiful, as you can see. Here we are at the front of this very beautiful church. It's very quiet and serene in here. I guess I need to catch up with Pearl. She's going down behind the castle. We're headed back up this steep hill to the parking lot in the center of town.